close video. Hailey Baldwin has been open about the struggles in her marriage to Justin Bieber since the two tied the knot in 2018. The 24-year-old even admitted on the podcast In Good Faith with Chelsea and Judah Smith that, at one of her lowest points, her mother convinced her to work on the relationship. "I remember I called her a few different times, one particular time when we were in Brooklyn and I was calling her, I was crying, and I was like, I just can't do it. There's no way that I'm going to be able to do this if it's going to be like this forever," Baldwin divulged. "And I just remember she was so calm on the phone and she was like, it's going to pass, and you're going to be fine and Hess going to be healthy and we're here for you," the model continued. "And I do feel like we just had a lot of support. I feel like if I didn't have support, it would have been 10 times harder, and it was already the hardest thing in my life at the time." Bieber, 27, told GQ back in April that he felt like he was walking on eggshells during their first year of marriage. "There was a lot, going back to the trauma stuff. There was just lack of trust," the singer said. "There was all these things that you don't want to admit to the person that you're with, because it's scary. You don't want to scare them off by saying, 'I'm scared.'" Bieber recalled how in his early 20s he was dealing with his own personal battles. He said becoming uber famous at a young age led him to use pretty heavy drugs, and he continues to deal with depression and anxiety. Baldwin said on the podcast she knew about Bieber's struggles and it never deterred her from being with him. "I was in it. I made a decision. I know for a fact that I've loved this person for a very long time and now would not be the time to give up on him," she said. Baldwin clarified, "I just wouldn't do that to him. Imagine abandoning somebody in the middle of the worst time of their life, potentially. I'm not that type of person. So I was going to stick it out no matter what the outcome was going to be." Bieber was also dealing with Lyme disease complications at the beginning of their marriage. "It was hard because everybody from the outside was being super mean and judgmental, saying he looked like he was on drugs, saying how unhealthy he looked, when in truth, he was not healthy and we didn't know why," she told Elle in March 2020. "But the one thing that always unified the pair was their faith. Being able to share that with each other, to have that bond of faith and spirituality, is so critical for us," Baldwin told Elle. "Following Jesus together, being a part of the church community together. It's everything." In June on her YouTube series A Conversation with, Baldwin confessed, "If we didn't have faith, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even be together."